We are from Fresh Market and Best Price. On a Friday morning, we provide you with, in addition to pharmaceuticals and service, and we provide you with information. And today is no exception. We will talk about, we'll look at review dialysis. We'll talk about dialysis today. And the main reason is, we have quite a few persons on dialysis, and we have quite a few persons who have risk factors. I want to educate you so that you can work on that, the risk factors. And even those who are not experiencing the risk factors, you'll understand really what's involved in dialysis, the complications, the side effects, and what is involved. But before that, we usually say more into our staff, of course, at Fresh Market, Dahlia and the others, Best Price, Cindy and the others, Cindy and Jaime, morning to you. Of course, the other folks like who listen attentively or avidly, like Andrew Joseph, Edmund Galley, the electrician, morning to you. Of course, Ricky, Annie and Albert, Butro, morning to you, the mechanic, Nichols and Pam, Wayne and May, Robertson, morning to you. Candidate Joe Christmas, Debbie Hamlet, morning to you, Baba and daughters, and Dr. Bannis, morning to you. Dr. Hamlet, he's wrong, so morning to you. He's somewhere in Bond this morning, and Ronald and Edith, so morning to you. And of course, this Jacob, morning to you. Good. So kidney dialysis, as mentioned, we're going to go through it and just to give you information about dialysis, what's involved, and by understanding what's involved, you would probably be a bit more cautious or be more compliant as you take your medicines, so that you really don't want to get there. It also tells you what are the complications of it. So first of all, dialysis is a treatment for people whose kidneys are failing. There are two types, of course, dialysis: hemo and peritoneal dialysis. We tend to do more of the hemo, but we'll also explain to you the peritoneal dialysis. Both types perform the normal duties for failing kidneys by filtering waste and excess fluid from your body. So basically, they perform the functions of the kidney, replace kidneys, so to speak. We normally refer to at external kidneys. Good. So let Nora tell us really what is dialysis.
So the term dialysis means to separate. In the health context, it's more similar to cleansing the blood of toxins. So when someone develops kidney failure, their kidneys can't properly remove the toxins or regulate key substances like sodium, potassium, and water. Kidney failure leads to kidney toxin buildup in the body, creating health problems. A dialysis machine functions like an artificial kidney, which takes over the function of failing kidneys to maintain the necessary balance. Dialysis helps to wash away toxins in the blood and excess fluid buildup to allow the body to function better. Common wastes include nitrogen waste, muscle waste, and acids. They usually leave your body when you pee. Dialysis does the work of your kidneys by removing waste products and excess fluids from your blood.
Good. So that's really what is dialysis. Good. Someone with kidney issues. Good. Now, why do people have to get dialyzed then?
People who have late stage kidney disease, end stage kidney disease, or kidney failure may need kidney dialysis. The following diseases and conditions can damage your kidneys, leading to kidney disease, such as high blood pressure, diabetes, and lupus. Some people develop kidney problems for unknown reasons. Kidney failure can be a long term condition or it can come on suddenly after severe illness or injury. Acute kidney failure may recover. There are 5 stages of kidney disease. In stage 5 kidney disease, healthcare providers consider you to be in kidney failure. At this point, your kidneys only function at less than 15% of their normal rate. You may need dialysis or a kidney transplant to stay alive. Some people undergo dialysis while waiting for kidney transplant.
Good. So just to highlight the major causes of kidney failure, high blood pressure. High blood pressure, that's preventable. These are preventable because persons who are hypertensive, they have to be compliant. Not being compliant, that is the issue. Not being compliant. So persons who are hypertensive have to make sure that they are compliant, they take the medicines as needed, as required, and don't stop. What about diabetes? Diabetes is a very common one. always, when the blood sugar is too high, it knocks out the kidney. Put it simply. Put it very, very simply. It knocks out the kidney. So diabetics again, control. When one is diabetic, probably for no reason, for no fault of theirs, now they're diabetic, they have to do major adjustment in their in their lifestyle, and ensure that their blood sugar always remain as normal as possible, despite being diabetic. Once it's always high, it knocks out the kidney. It knocks out the kidney. Put it simply. And of course, lupus. Lupus is an autoimmune condition, unavoidable. But being hypertensive and being diabetic. Now, when one has kidney failure, the kidney normally produce a substance called. There are lots of issues. Epoerythropoietin, and that erythropoietin stimulate the bone marrow to produce blood cells. So that's another issue too. That's another issue. So kidney failure, that's a major organ that takes care of toxins and waste in the body. And we don't want the kidney to go, even if you have hypertensive or diabetes. I want to make sure that. So we're talking about it because diabetics and hypertensive want to improve compliance while you're on your medicine. Make sure you take your medicine. Make sure you take it on time. I know some persons don't do this, stop their medicine. Some persons said, well, they want to stop their medicine and take herbal medicines and so forth. They tend to take other things, and of course, the sugar get out of control. Once it's always high, it causes that. So these are the issues here: high blood pressure and diabetes. These are the major causes of kidney failure. And usually, there are 5 stages, as mentioned. Stage 5, well, stage 5, that is really when it's badly off. And then when you reach stage 5, the kidney has only 15% function. So that's it. Someone must be on dialysis. Good. So the other question is going on dialysis serious? Is this a serious matter when somebody goes on dialysis? Nora?
Yes, it is. Going on dialysis is serious. If you need dialysis and choose not to start or decide to stop, toxins will build up in your blood, and your kidney failure is fatal without treatment. If you have kidney failure, you may survive a few weeks, a few days or weeks without dialysis.
Good. So it's a serious matter. Kidney is not functioning. That's so critical. Yeah, it's a serious. It's very common. For instance, it says that this is common. Over 2 million people throughout the world treat kidney disease with dialysis. So, and they have major centers all over. They have centers where they treat this external kidney dialysis, and it's not cheap. It's expensive. The dialyzers, the solutions, those are not cheap. Those are not cheap. And of course, once one is on dialysis, they always need erythropoietin, Epogen, and they have to take Epogen to ensure that they remain they're not anemic, because to stimulate the bone marrow to produce red blood cells. So it's not cheap. It's not easy. Um, let's look at the different types of dialysis.
There are 2 types of dialysis: hemodialysis and peritoneal dialysis. What is hemodialysis? Hemodialysis is a common type of dialysis. It utilizes a dialysis machine that removes blood from your body, usually from a vein in your arm, filters it through an artificial kidney, and returns clean blood to your body. You can get hemodialysis from a dialysis center or at home. Most people receive in center hemodialysis at least 3 times per week. Depending on the type of at home hemodialysis, you may need it 3 to 7 days per week, and sessions may last between 3 to 8 hours. Before you start hemodialysis, a surgeon will enlarge some of the blood vessels, an artery and vein, in your arm to make dialysis access easier, as well as to allow blood flow in and out of your body faster.
Good. So that's hemodialysis. Of course, you need a fistula. That's one that has been to be installed to make dialysis easier. What about peritoneal dialysis?
Peritoneal dialysis uses the inner lining of your abdomen to filter your blood. You add a dialysis solution into your peritoneum that helps the blood vessels in the area filter your blood. Afterwards, you drain the solution into a bag outside of your body. Healthcare providers call this process an exchange. There are 2 main types of peritoneal dialysis. We have continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis This type uses a bag that you put above your shoulder, and gravity pulls down the dialysate into your abdomen. The process takes about 30 minutes before you drain the solution into a bag. You must perform this procedure between 3 to 5 times each day. Then we have automated peritoneal dialysis. This type uses a machine to automatically add dialysate to your peritoneal and drain it. Each session consists of 3 to 5 exchanges. Most people perform this procedure while they are asleep. Before you start peritoneal dialysis, a provider will surgically insert a permanent soft tube into your abdomen. They'll teach you how to add the dialysate and later drain the solution through the catheter.
Good. So that's the breakdown of hemo and peritoneal dialysis. Now, the other question is how long dialysis lasts?
It depends on the type of dialysis. In center, hemodialysis takes about 3 to 4 hours to complete, and you'll likely need it at least 3 times per week. Depending on the type of at home hemodialysis, you may need it 3 to 7 days per week, and sessions may last between 3 to 8 hours. Continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis usually takes about 40 minutes, and you'll likely need 3 to 5 sessions each day. Automated peritoneal dialysis may take 8 to 12 hours, and you may need to do it every day.
Good. So that's the time dialysis take. We're going to look at the risk and benefits now. What are the risks and benefits of dialysis? So, what are the benefits of dialysis?
The primary benefit of dialysis is that it treats kidney failure by filtering waste products and excess fluid from your blood. Without dialysis or a kidney transplant, kidney failure is fatal. Both types of dialysis have distinct benefits. So you can talk to your healthcare provider. They can review both types of dialysis with you and recommend one that's best for you and your lifestyle.
Good. So it's critical. Dialysis is critical with persons with kidney failure. Again, you want to avoid kidney failure. You want to be those diabetics, hypertensive patients. Want to make sure that they're compliant. Good. Can kidney dialysis? Can kidney start working again after dialysis?
Dialysis can cure end stage kidney disease or kidney failure. Unless you get a kidney transplant, you'll need dialysis for the rest of your life.
Right. So you can't once and you have chronic disease or kidney failure. Acute kidney failure is different than chronic, with more focusing on the chronic part of it. Kidney disease, kidney failure, that is it. Dialysis really cannot cure kidney failure. So that you want to protect the kidney, you want to make sure the kidney don't reach that stage. For diabetics and hypertension, it means being compliant. That's what it means. Good. Let's look at the side effects now. What are some of the side effects as a result of dialysis?
Some symptoms include cramping and feeling drained, especially with in-center hemodialysis. The side effect symptoms tend to be fewer with either of the at-home methods. Fluid management is easier with both home hemodialysis and home peritoneal dialysis because they are done more often. Typically, in-center treatment is 3 times per week, while peritoneal dialysis is daily and home hemodialysis is 4 to 5 times per week. This increased frequency allows steadier fluid management and less fluctuations, so the patient typically feels less fatigued or swollen. Your doctors monitor your health during dialysis and recommends any necessary treatment to minimize these side effects. To offer comprehensive holistic care, dialytic teams led by doctors go over each patient's global needs and situations with the social workers, dietitians, and nurses on an ongoing basis.
Good. So it's a team approach. You have what they call a nephrologist, a kidney specialist, really and truly. And you have a dietitian, nurses, because diet has to be adjusted. What you eat and how much you eat has to be adjusted because now it's external. External. The kidney has the dialyzer has to remove it. Dialyzers. So all these adjustments. So it's serious business. Dialysis is a serious business. It's not easy when one loses their kidney. So again, precautionary measures, risk factors, major risk factors, hypertension and diabetes. Ensure that you on your medicine if you're hypertensive, if you're diabetic, control those. Good. We can take a break and we come back and talk about the complications of dialysis.
Fresh market, where money don't count and the pocket don't touch you. A fresh market, fresh market. We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. Well stocked supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop. Where money don't count and your pocket don't touch you. Fresh market, fresh market.
Fresh Market Pharmacy has expanded to customers with its new additional location at best price. 2 convenient locations on the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard and at Best Price Riverbank. Fresh Market Pharmacy provides over-the-counter medication, health and personal care, prescription drugs, and natural supplements. Our experienced pharmacists and technicians provide the best quality services. Call 225-6883, 255-6875. WhatsApp 316-0310. Your prescription bill just got lowered.
Carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry. Carry, we offer the finest selection of products that cater to your every need, from groceries to household essentials. Our shelves are stocked with quality items that are sure to impress. And guess what? We're not just great for wholesale. We're also your go-to place for all your food service needs. Located right opposite the Immigration Department on King George V Street in Roseville, we take pride in providing you with an unforgettable shopping experience. Our friendly staff is here to assist you in each and every step of the way. Ready to place an order or have a question? Call us at 316-0184 or 255-6823. And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry. We can't wait to see you. What you're looking for is at best price. What you're looking for is at value.
Best price. Everything is nice, and oh, you will love the price. Convenient and easy, make shopping breezy.
The luxury of everything in one supermarket located on the riverbank with parking. Best Price open daily all week with home store decor for every room, pharmacy for all prescriptions and over-the-counter medication, supermarket for all your grocery items, fresh produce and frozen.
What you're looking for is all at best price.
What you're looking for is at value.
Good. Of course, dialysis, it had their risk and complications. So let's review that.
Both types of dialysis have risks. They both increase your risk of infection. Hemodialysis may eventually lead to poor blood flow or blockage from scar tissue or blood clot. Rarely, the dialysis needle may come out of your arm or a tube may dislodge from the machine. But a detection system will temporarily shut down the machine and alert medical staff to protect you from blood loss. Peritoneal dialysis increases your risk of peritoneum inflammation. Over time, it can weaken your abdominal muscles and increase your risk of developing a hernia. Talk to a healthcare provider about the complete list of risk or complications for each type of dialysis.
Right. So be aware of the risk factors involved in dialysis. The other question is dialysis painful? Is it a painful process or procedure?
Not really. You may feel a slight pinch during hemodialysis when the healthcare provider inserts a needle, but the process itself isn't painful. Peritoneal dialysis isn't painful, but the dialysis in your abdomen can make you feel bloated, cold, and uncomfortable.
Good. Let's look at the outlook on dialysis. Someone who is on dialysis, what is the life expectancy on dialysis? In other words, how long can you survive being on dialysis?
Life expectancy varies from person to person, with some people living for many years on dialysis. Your outlook depends on many factors, including your age, your overall health, and the cause of your kidney failure. If you get a kidney transplant, you can stop dialysis when your new kidney starts working.
Right. So life expectancy depends on person's age, their overall health, and the cause of the kidney failure. And of course, if one gets a transplant, kidney transplant, of course, you can be off the dialysis. There's another question here. Will I have activity restrictions while on my, what can I do while am on dialysis? Can I do anything? My activities, can it be restricted? What can I do?
Well, many people on dialysis continue to live active lives, including working, raising families, and traveling. When you travel, a healthcare provider can arrange for you to get dialysis at a center at your travel destination. If you are doing peritoneal dialysis, you can take dialysis solution bags and a portable home dialysis machine with you. If you use peritoneal dialysis, you may need to limit certain exercise and or physical activities when your abdomen fills with dialysis. Otherwise, exercise is actually okay for people on dialysis. You can talk to your healthcare provider about specific activities and sports.
Right. So now you need to do that. So one on dialysis is your healthcare provider, the team is there. You can always talk. What can you do? Activities you can do. And of course, you know yourself. And also diet is critical too. Dietitian normally go over what you can eat and how much you can eat. Certain foods you really have to stay away from it, because don't forget or reduce the amount. If your customer eating so much of a packet and feel you love it, you may have to reduce the amount. But of course, your dietitian and your healthcare provider will direct you along those lines. So adjustment is needed. Adjustment is definitely needed once one is on dialysis with the activities and even with their diet and their lifestyle. Adjustment is needed. So hence, you really don't want to get there. For you not to get there, you have to watch. If you're diabetic, if you're hypertensive, and of course, these conditions are prone to once they're not under control, they tend to cause kidney failure. Good. When should I call a doctor?
Call your healthcare provider if you experience trouble peeing, dizziness, fainting, unusual thirst, or other signs of low blood pressure, nausea and vomiting, signs of infection, including a fever, chills, headache, or oozing and discoloration of your catheter site, severe abdominal pain, and signs of a hernia, such as an unusual bulge in your abdomen or groin.
Good, very good. Good. So, dialysis is a life-saving treatment if one kidney is failing or has end-stage kidney disease. It's a life-saving treatment. It cannot cure kidney failure, or you just cannot, but it can help you manage your condition. It cannot cure kidney failure. Always remember that, but it can help. So again, persons who are diabetic and persons who smoke a lot attached to that, it can induce all of these conditions. It's a frequent process, and it might feel like it's taking control of your life by keeping you away from your normal activities. Because someone who is on hemodialysis would normally dialyze 3 times a week, and 3 times a week for a couple of hours at a time. But no matter how much time it takes, it will keep you alive until you can get a kidney transplant. No matter how much time per week it takes, your life is now adjusted. It's a different ball game now. A healthcare provider can review dialysis options with you to find the type that works best for you. So if peritoneal, well, here we more do hemodialysis. Peritoneal is it's not done so much here, but in other places you do peritoneal. You can do it at home. Dialysis is a remarkable medical advancement that allows people with kidney failure to lead fulfilling life. It's a remarkable medical advancement. In the past, persons with kidney failure, really and truly, there were no way of keeping them alive, really and truly. But dialysis has changed that around now, and they're able to stay alive. While it requires adjustment to daily routines, dietary habits, and emotional well-being, dialysis saves lives and provides hope for those with end-stage renal disease. End-stage renal, it provides hope. So whether you are newly diagnosed undergoing treatment or helping support a loved one, asking questions, working with healthcare providers to manage symptoms and quality of life, and using available support and resources will help you navigate life with dialysis. Notice what it says here, using available support and resources will help you navigate life and resources. So clearly, dialysis is a treatment for persons who who has failed kidneys, and to avoid failed kidneys, one has to, especially those who are diabetic, hypertensive, you want to make sure that these conditions are under normal control. Blood pressure is always under normal control. So someone may sit on, you don't want to allow your sugar to always get high or your blood pressure to always get high on you, because always remember it affects the organ. And the first organ that go is usually the kidneys. And for those without blood pressure and without diabetes, you want to ensure that you don't want to get those conditions. You don't want to get that by watching your lifestyle, especially if you have risk factors for hypertension or diabetes. You may have risk factors. Find out, talk to your healthcare provider, what may possibly be your risk factors, or do your own research. Find out, because you don't want to get you don't want to get that, but just in case you end up having you're diabetic or hypertensive, you want to make sure that these conditions are under control. Talk to your healthcare provider. And we always tell persons who are diabetic and hypertension, please, take your medicines. Don't stop it and go on your bush or on your what you think is working. People have all kind of theory as to this is working, that is working, but this bush is working better than this, and they like to give. If you want to do that, talk to your healthcare provider. If you want to do that, instead of saying this is working, one is working better than this, talk to your healthcare provider. Ensure you do that. So persons, again, we always tell persons they can live almost normal lives if they are hypertensive or diabetics, and that's the only way that can happen, by ensuring that you take your medicine on time, the dose that's recommended at the specific time, and make lifestyle adjustments. Because once the kidney goes bad as a result of these conditions, then that's a serious adjustment one will have to make, as we went through the complications of dialysis, the reasons for dialysis, the side effects of dialysis. And always remember, the kidney is a major organ that takes your filters, and the kidney produce epogen, erythropoietin, that stimulate the bone marrow to produce blood cells. So which means that's why persons with kidney failure, they always on epogen, and epogen is not cheap. It's not cheap. You have to take epogen for the rest of your life, as long as you're alive, epogen, so that you may not become anemic. Okay, so always remember that. So it's not easy. Good. So we just reviewed dialysis with you this morning. The reason is that we want to make sure the diabetics, the hypertensive, and persons to care for themselves to prevent end-stage renal disease. I want to make sure that those who are not diabetic, hypertensive, watch your lifestyle. You don't want to be hypertensive or diabetic. Try not to. And if you are diabetic, hypertensive, try not to end up having kidney failure. Protect your kidney. The only way you can do that by following your medication adherence, compliance, so to speak. Comply, make sure your blood pressure is always on the check. And this morning what do we have this morning?
So this morning we have our bi-weekly health checks at Fresh Market Pharmacy. So we urge all our customers and listeners to take advantage. The nurses will be here from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. where you can check get to know your numbers of your blood pressure, your sugar, your height, and such. And also, if you have any questions, you can always ask the nurses. They are here to help you. So come on down at Fresh Market Pharmacy from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. to get your checks done.
Good. And you should not be too busy to get a check, your blood pressure check or your blood sugar check. And even if you're checking it at home, you need to verify. So the nurses are here. You using a different machine to do it. They can tell you. You need to verify so you can know if your machine is working. If you're working this thing, and then you can go back and use the machine. So we encourage you to come along. Best price at Fresh Market this morning. Fresh Market, even right now, the nurses in-house already. Good. So I want to wish everyone a pleasant weekend. Look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, and have a great weekend. No fishing this weekend?
Oh yeah, sure.
Sure. And you remember the weather system around, so monitor that very closely, okay?
That's correct.
All right. Thank you very much. You're
Sure.
going to come back. Thank you
Bye-bye.
very
Good.
much.
Good.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95. The latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay on for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95. The big station.
Why such a palace when you can have it all? At Issa Trading Limited, world-class quality meets unbeatable prices every single day. From fresh groceries to stylish furniture, cool AC units, durable tools, sleek TVs, and booming stereo system, we've got everything under one roof. Issa Trading Limited isn't just a store; it is a place where quality and value live side by side. We are making a difference for you. Come in today and experience shopping the way it should be.
Bloombox is turning 5. We're celebrating 5 years growing together with our biggest anniversary event on August 24 and 25th. Join the celebration and win big. Spend $10 or more on August 24th and 25th for a chance to spin and win instant prizes. Grand sweepstakes. Spend $55 or more between now and August 24th to enter our grand raffle. First place, $1,000 Blue Box gift certificate. Second place, 10 by 6 by 6 greenhouse. And third place, 1 bale of sugar potted mix. Visit Blue Box today in Roseville on the corner of Hanover Street and Drury Lane. Telephone number 235-3483 or in Goodwill on 66 Federation Drive, 235-3480. Terms and conditions apply. Let's bloom together.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica, and yet we deliver. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. At 255-6810 or 316-0164. Or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc. The biggest distributor for the biggest brand.
The hurricane season is upon us. Check on your neighbors, especially the elderly and those with disabilities. We're stronger together, so lend a helping hand when you can.
August 15th, remember that date, the 40th anniversary of the priestly ordination of Monsignor William Lewis. All are invited to the special milestones. Family, friends, parishioners, and well-wishers gather at the St. Gerard's Hall on August 15th, 2026 to give thanks to God and celebrate this remarkable milestone. 4 decades. A unique anniversary celebration of life dedicated to serving God, community, and Mother Church. A celebration of a life of service. All invited to this concert and cocktails on August 15th, St. Gerard's Hall, 7 p.m. For tickets, call 276-4666 or 235-3358. Don't miss the anniversary celebration of the 40th anniversary of priestly ordination of Monsignor William Lewis. Proceeds go towards the continued renovations of the cathedral. Come Sunday morning, the crowning moment. Don't miss the 40th anniversary celebratory mass. Sunday morning. And don't forget the exciting Bring and Share on Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m. at the Pastoral Center. Be there.
Market. When money don't count and the pocket don't touch you. Fresh market, fresh market. Come and get a market. We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. Well stocked supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh market, your one stop. Your money don't count and your pocket don't touch you. Fresh market, fresh market, never did I find it. Fresh market.
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Thomas Snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
Take some advice from your Aunt Angie. Don't lie on your resume. Because if you say you've got trapeze experience, someone might shoot you out of a cannon and expect you to do a gymnast routine while flying through the air at 82 miles an hour. And just because you want to land on your feet doesn't mean you will. But if you're smart, you'll have CG United Medical Insurance, so you get the best coverage for the price.
Get the best coverage for the price. CG United. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening event, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station. Have you ever experienced the whistling, howling, driving winds of a hurricane? The roaring drumbeat of thunderstorms? The continuous crackling bursts and flashes of lightning? Again and again. The nerve-wracking sounds of heavy rains and rattling rooftops. Hurricanes are categorized at 5 levels of strength, and just one of the natural disasters which takes the lives of thousands of people every year. Q95 is taking the lead as your hurricane radio center. Stay tuned, be informed, and learn from those who can help us survive as they look into the eye of the storm. Q95, your hurricane radio center, and you. Together, we'll ride the storms.
And of course, we've been monitoring some weather systems ahead. And we have Dr. Thompson Fontaine, during the hurricane season. We always look forward to hearing from him. He's on the telephone to give us an update as to the weather system that everybody seems to be worried or talking about this morning. Dr. Fontaine, what can you tell us this morning?
Matt, good morning to you and to your listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is a system that is approaching the islands. As we speak, it is roughly 400 miles east of the Windward Islands, moving in the west our way. The good news, though, is that the system is being impeded by some very serious what we call wind shear, as well as dry air. For the hurricanes and the tropical storms to develop, they need moist air. So when the air is dry, it really breaks up the storm. So that's what is happening now. The storm is effectively being broken. However, because it's such a wide system with thunderstorms and rain, some of that will carry through, not with any intensity of wind, but the rain itself and the rain and the thunderstorms will approach our island, and we expect late tonight, very, very late, going into early morning tomorrow and Saturday. There's an expectation of heavy rain in some areas, as well as some thunderstorms. So that is what we are most likely to get. Some rain with thunderstorms very late tonight into most of Saturday. However, there is another system behind this one, another tropical wave that is still over the open Atlantic. It's well over 1,000 miles away now from us, but it is gaining in intensity. It is meeting very warm water without the dry air and the high wind and the shear that generally tend to be closer to the island. So over the open ocean, you don't have the same conditions. So that system is expected to strengthen. It is expected to become a tropical depression, and that will be in our area most likely around Wednesday of next week. Around Wednesday, Tuesday night into Wednesday of next week is when this will be in our area, and it depends on what the conditions are at that time with respect to the current wind shear around the islands and the dry air, if that has moved away or whether it is still in place. That will determine what kind of activity we see next week.
So, in other words, we should not be too worried about this one approaching this weekend, but more we should set our eyes on the approaching storm that will hit us, as you said, predicting sometime next week.
Yes, correct, Matt. But of course, anytime you have heavy rains, there is the expectation that you could have flash flooding. So it's something that we still have to be conscious of. If you have heavy rains in a short space of time, it could trigger flooding. So people need to be careful of that. Swollen rivers, our low bridges that we have in many areas, those things we still have to take note of. But in terms of the wind, there is not an expectation that there will be any strong wind. Some gusty wind, we can expect some gusty winds, mainly in the higher elevation, but nothing approaching tropical storm strength. Thank God for that.
All right, Dr. Thompson Fontaine, thank you, as always, updating us on the weather systems. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Matt.
Bye-bye.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay on for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station. Have you ever experienced the whistling, howling, driving winds of a hurricane? The roaring drumbeat of thunderstorms? The continuous crackling bursts and flashes of lightning, again and again. The nerve-wracking sounds of heavy rains and rattling rooftops. Hurricanes are categorized at 5 levels of strength, and just one of the natural disasters which takes the lives of thousands of people every year. Q95 is taking the lead as your hurricane radio center. Stay tuned, be informed, and learn from those who can help us survive as they look into the eye of the storm. Q95, your hurricane radio center, and you. Together, we'll ride the storms. Have you ever experienced the whistling, howling, driving winds of a hurricane? The roaring drumbeat of thunderstorms? The continuous crackling bursts and flashes of lightning? Again and again. The nerve-wracking sounds of heavy rains and rattling rooftops. Hurricanes are categorized at 5 levels of strength, and just one of the natural disasters which takes the lives of thousands of people every year. Q95 is taking the lead as your hurricane radio center. Stay tuned, be informed, and learn from those who can help us survive as they look into the eye of the storm. Q95, your hurricane radio center, and you. Together, we'll ride the storms.
Be part of the Creole 365 movement, as Creole Heartbeat features one of Dominica's illustrious musicians, Mike Morrow. Former leader, arranger, lead guitarist, and vocalist of the famous Cadell Slips of Band, Bounce Couple, Mike Morrow. Mike Morrow will be the special guest of Creole Heartbeat 365 edition this Friday, August 14th, 10:30 a.m. on Q95 FM, the big station. Mike Morrow, hosted by Senator Prince Leroy Roddick Shells, and will also be live at Q95 Facebook page and YouTube channel. Let's celebrate the brilliance of one of the sons of the city that never slept, Maho, this Friday on Creole Heartbeat from 10:30 a.m. on Q95 the big station. Mike Morrow. Mike Morrow. Mike Morrow on Creole 365, our culture, our people, our pride. Every day of the year. I'm at your side.
Have you ever experienced the whistling, howling, driving winds of a hurricane? The roaring drumbeat of thunderstorms? The continuous crackling bursts and flashes of lightning? Again and again. The nerve-wracking sounds of heavy rains and rattling rooftops. Hurricanes are categorized at 5 levels of strength, and just one of the natural disasters which takes the lives of thousands of people every year. Q95 is taking the lead as your hurricane radio center. Stay tuned, be informed, and learn from those who can help us survive as they look into the eye of the storm. Q95, your hurricane radio center, and you. Together, we'll ride the storms.
The time it's brought to you by the National Cooperative Credit Union.
All right, Dominic, it's 9:26 in the morning. I did promise you this morning, that I'll be playing for you again because everybody has been asking for it. A special tribute from Tarina Simon that seemed to have touched many people this morning. So this young lady was found dead in Portsmouth just a few days ago in a decomposed state.
Community mourns the loss of one of its girls, bright and promising youngster, victim of a senseless murder. What could have gone wrong that you had to toss her down? Couldn't you have talked it over instead of losing your temper? Now there is pain, there is grief, there is sorrow. Another young girl ain't gonna see the sunrise tomorrow. Now in the flower of her youth we sing her requiem. Grandparents bearing their grandchildren. Soon just like the crapo and the Cicero, young men will be an endangered species too. Another mother bawls at another funeral. Another one's down. Another young girl's gone. Another mother cries 'cause another girl has died. Another one's down. Another young one's gone. She was a friend, a daughter, and a sister. She's left to mourn her mother, siblings, and a nation. And while her soul is on its way to heaven, another young man, 21, sitting in prison. Why? Sad story. Rest in peace, Jovaya. My deepest condolences to Miss Jacinta and the entire family and the nation of Dominica.
Investigative report. Stay on for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
What a moving tribute there from Tarina S. Simon. Thank you, Tarina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very, very sad situation, huh? On my phone, so many text messages saying, wow, what a touching sound from Tarina. Very, very moving. Tarina, wherever you are again, thank you on behalf of the people of Dominica. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes?
Matt, I just want to say my deepest sympathy go out to the young lady, family, friends, and everybody in passing away that young lady. She reminds me of when Thomas Dalrymple, that is Wilfred and Miss Dalrymple's son. The whole of Dominica has changed when they killed that young boy, when that young girl, all myself, shivering for that girl. Matt, I tell you, hang
No, Marlon, we can't get there. Innocent until proven guilty. Okay, so you can't make statements like that on the radio. Be very, very careful. Marlon, very, very careful. Thank you very much. I know we're all emotional, but we have to be very, very careful on the radio, okay? Making statements like this. You're innocent until you're proven guilty. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes?
Matt,
Yes, ma'am.
don't you think this young man was too young to think at 23 years?
Too young to think.
Matt, when you at this age, I don't know.
I know what you want to say, but I think, there are a lot of people making a lot of comments out there. And remember, he's somebody's child too. We have to be very careful as to, what we may want to suggest at this time. Hello, talk to me. Why? That's another question for the court. Are you there, Colin? Yes?
I marry number 1007. Boom, deeply sorry for saying that.
Okay.
Please forgive me. I'm very sorry.
I understand, Marlon. Thank you very much. Hello, talk to me. Yes? Uh-huh.
I say love, life, light, healing, joy, gratitude, courage, and sacrifice. Mr. Pelty, blessings on your family, sir.
Blessings to you, sir.
Matt, I want to still extend my condolences, sympathies, empathies to families and friends and the Dominican public by and large, Matt. I have heard, Matt, who to die does not never die. I've heard that many times through my life. So some people think, well, some people deserve to die because they were this and they were that. And I hear all kind of foolishness. So some people figure out it is justified for police or whoever to just kill people because they were bad, they were lawless, they were this. Not enough people that are 1,000 times worse than the people they're saying it is good they die, Matt. Do you know that?
I've heard that.
People in jacket and tie and high places, prime ministers, chief of police. It have criminals in churches everywhere. Nobody is wishing for them to die because they turn a blind eye or they're too naive for them to see. They have no foresight, no vision, naivety. For them to see, look the biggest criminals in high. When you get high places, man, you can take a ladder to go there. But then all of a sudden, a little girl, blessings, you're always on the prime minister back, that's good for him, and that's how we hate each other. Guy tell me about my pressure, I tell him you forget to give me toes on my maple and my toes, man. I say you forget I haven't got toes, you tell me about pressure, tell me all kind of thing, I looking for recognition, and nobody taking me seriously, I want this, me. If I wanted to be recognized, I would scream my little face and start to talk like Matt Pelt on the radio. Hi, good morning, and how are you? Matt, that's how you're talking now. So I want in all of you that think is that little girl today, just like Norma Dalrymple's son. And I remember as Marlon talk about that there, Matt. And I cried. I said it, years ago. And Norma cried and she said it, and many other people. Is Norma child too? They look at how our children go in. Kanishetian disappear up to now, Matt, not a trace. The only suspect, he was neutralized. He had a 3-foot cutlass, Matt. That was it, 3-foot cutlass.
Mm-hmm.
I never see a 3-foot cutlass all my life in farming. But Matt, I'm just saying, Dominicans, we have been dehumanized, desensitized, even dematernalized. I created a thing. I want somebody, a smart person. Mr. Simeon Joseph, aren't there term of smart people? Can I use that term, dematernalized? Our maternal instinct, it just disappears. People don't care about children. Every baby now is Epstein food. Is Epstein food, Matt? Adults' greatest delicacies are babies and children, Matt. So I want to say, Matt, please, people, stop judging poor people based on their desperate predicaments, the poverty, the hopelessness. When they end up being a victim, we double victimizing them again by saying, oh, that was that good for him. You don't see him now, and you don't see him. When is you or somebody else going to say the same nasty, stupid thing about you? So let us all look out for each other. Let us all love each other, care for each other. I know it does that again. Blessings are stupidness you're talking there. Every man for himself, is a dog, a dog. Me, I go in for my own. Matt, I'm sorry to see, but that's who we are, and it is sad. Thank you.
Thank you. We're trying to monitor as well to do a simulcast with the nation station and read the weather. We've of course not got any signals just yet, so we'll continue to monitor. And we have Jollies coming up right next here, so stick around.
The whole world have been tonight.
On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes?
Good morning, Matt, and good morning to your listeners.
Morning to you.
I would extend condolences to the family of Jobaya, the people of Portsmouth, and the nation on a whole. It is a very, very sad period for them and for the nation, for everyone. I remember when Kenisha disappeared in Warner, that the entire village was saddened, the entire nation was saddened. So I can understand how it is. But however, Matt, I am happy that the family find some closure, unlike Kenisha's family. So I want to commend the police for a job well done. Many times when they do things that are wrong, we bash them and we don't commend them when they perform their duties excellently. So I want to commend the police for a job well done. I know they as the commissioner said, they spared no effort in trying to find Jobaya. I want to comment on that 72 hours period. I'm glad the commissioner addressed it. It wasn't like that in my time, and it isn't like that now. There's no 72-hour period, as the commissioner said, that you start looking for somebody when somebody's reported missing. However, I thought...
this morning I want to cut you short there. You'll call back because we have of course we have a Creative Jollies pharmacy. We have a report as it relates to the upcoming weather system from the Met Office. Let's join the nation station line for a few minutes before we join Jollies. Hello, good morning.
For the next 20 or so minutes, I will be joined shortly by Mr. Fitzroy Pascal and Marshall Alexander. Marshall Alexander from the Met Office and Fitzroy Pascal from the Office of...
All right, of course, and we will just, of course, take them for about 5 minutes before we move on to Jollies Pharmacy.
There's nothing to be worried about, not because you're hearing me. But what we do from the Office of Disaster Management, when we know of things are happening, we always want to give you a heads up. We don't want you to say that the Office of Disaster Management or the Met Office did not inform you. So it is essential that you are aware. And again, let me say welcome to Kyrie FM, to Voice of Life Radio, to Kyrie FM, Voice of Life Radio, Acoustic Radio, Dominican News Online, Q95 FM Radio. Did I miss somebody? Acoustic Radio. Yes. And of course, we are on DBS Radio. And as you are aware, a tropical wave is approaching the area. And we are just going to give you a little update as to what is happening when the rest of my colleagues come in. The National Hurricane Center is monitoring two westward moving tropical waves in the tropical Atlantic. The first wave, located about 650 miles east of the Lesser Antilles, now has a low chance of development over the next 2 to 7 days. Interests in the Lesser Antilles, including Dominica, should monitor the progress of this system as strong gusty winds, rough seas, and areas of moderate to heavy showers are possible from late tonight and Saturday. Mariners in Dominica, especially out of the East Coast, should begin to prepare for rough seas over the weekend, likely to begin tonight. People in areas prone to flooding, landslides, and falling rocks are advised to be on alert to take the necessary precautions. A flood watch or warning may, and I repeat, may become necessary. And again, we are going to be keeping you updated in a short while. As I said, Marshall Alexander and Fitzroy Pascal, they are going to be joining me in studio and giving you all the latest information, all the latest updates. Again, we are just letting you know that there's nothing to be frightened or worried about. As we always do from the Office of Disaster Management, our aim is to inform and educate you. And so, given what we see, we have decided to inform the entire nation. So again, we want to say a big thank you to Q95 FM radio, to Kyrie FM, to Acoustic Radio, to Dominica News Online, and also to Voice of Life Radio, who at extremely short notice I was able to convince them to come on board so we could have this simulcast, all in an effort to ensure that the entire populace, the entire nation is informed as to what is happening and what is going on.
All right, I'll tell you what, we're going to Jollies, and then we'll try to join Mr. Pascal and the rest of the team. But we heard Thompson Fountain earlier almost saying basically the same thing. So we're going to take Jollies, and we'll try to join Mr. Pascal and his team sometime later. Let's do this. Come back, Dominica. Thank you very much for the morning, sir.
Johnny's Pharmacy, the Royal Herb Blend Oil of Ojas. It's like a miracle in a bottle. Fast-acting, healing, soothing, restoring dry, irritated, uncomfortable skin, varicose veins, joint pain, relief, lung decongestion, fights inflammation. Use Oil of Ojas to massage the aching, tired muscles. These secret blended herbs has a soothing, mentholated calming effect, reducing anxiety, boosting your vitality and your immunity. It induces deep, rejuvenating sleep. Oil of Ojas. Bon we met pour la peau chivée, inflammation, épaules, genoux, guapcha. Cultivate wings, ou tapé bless. Spleen, mais passé boldinance. Oil of Ojas. Proudly manufactured by Johnny's Pharmacy, trusted by families all over the world, and available on Amazon.
Johnny's Pharmacy is bringing vibes to health with Health Vibes. Health Vibes. Each Wednesday from 10 to 11:30 a.m. with your hosts Trudy Kristen and co-host pharmacists Jacinta Fagan and Leona Jeremiah. Education, information, and a bit of humor, and not forgetting lots of vibes. Jolly's Pharmacy is bringing health and vibes together with Health Vibes. So be sure to tune in each and every Wednesday on Q95 from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
This morning feeling misty. I had the patience to call it sick, but I end up in Jolly's Pharmacy. And out in the street, Jolly's fix up my immune system. Me feeling fit and strong now. I'm ready to work like it can any mission. If you see me again, Jolly's Pharmacy is number one. Jolly's for you. We cater for everyone. Jolly's for you. Boost up the immune system. Jolly's for you. Yo, Dominica, it's about the box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Jolly's Pharmacy and boost me up real quick. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Good morning to our lovely listeners, and good morning to you, Matt. Welcome back to Jolly's Markets, your trusted source for health updates and community wellness. We're kicking things off with our products of the week. And this week, we're focusing on products that support digestive and bowel health. Our featured products are magnesium citrate, Zentel albendazole, and milk of magnesia. Let's start with the magnesium citrate. Magnesium citrate is a saline laxative used for occasional constipation. It works by drawing water into the intestines, which helps soften the stool and encourage a bowel movement. If you're experiencing occasional constipation and need relief, magnesium citrate may be an option to consider. Next, we have the Zental containing albendazole. Zental is an antiparasitic medication used to treat certain intestinal worm infections. It works against common intestinal parasites by interfering with the worm's ability to use energy. Because this is a medication, it's important to use it appropriately and speak with your pharmacist or healthcare professional if you're unsure whether it's right for you. And finally, we have the milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesia is another saline laxative that can provide constipation relief. The featured product is low in sodium, sugar free, and stimulant free, making it an option for those looking for relief from occasional constipation. Remember, constipation can sometimes be caused by something as simple as not drinking enough water, not getting enough fiber, or maybe being physically inactive. But if constipation is persistent, severe, or keeps coming back, it's important to speak with a healthcare professional rather than simply treating the symptoms yourself. So if you have any questions about constipation, intestinal parasites, or which product may be suitable for your needs, stop by Jolly's Pharmacy and speak with one of our knowledgeable pharmacy professionals.
Let's just hold that thought there. Just want to join there again,
Okay,
the
no
nation
problem.
station there for a minute. We'll continue the conversation. I think the experts, Xavier Willie, Met Office officials are on the radio speaking to the people about the weather system. Let's do that.
Conditions we've seen going as far as 12 feet during the weekend. So we are advising small craft operators to exercise caution, secure your vessels. Sea bavers advise to stay out of the water, especially on the eastern coast. So we expected to see most of the deterioration in conditions on the eastern coast, but the west as well expect to experience an increase in wave height. So again, we advise the public to be on alert, stay informed, stay updated as we bring you information on that tropical wave which is approaching the island. I think the heavier shower activity seems to be projecting towards the southern portion of the island, with Dominica being on the northern fringe. But when that system comes closer to Dominica, most of the showers or the moisture usually spread to the north. So we are not taking any chances as it relates to showers, gusty winds, and thunderstorm activity. So there's a possibility that we might be issuing a flood watch or warning sometime tomorrow. So residents are advised to be on alert, exercise caution, listen to updated information from the service.
Don't go.
All right, again, let's, we've, of course, gotten a synopsis of what's going on there in the weather. You see how to interact now. Let's continue with Jolly's Pharmacy. Let's go.
Okay, so this week's products of the week are magnesium citrate, Zental albendazole, and milk of magnesia. Now let's talk about something fresh, fruity, and proudly bottled and distributed by Jolly's Pharmacy. If you've been hearing about tropical juices but haven't gotten around to trying them yet, here's your reminder. Tropical, proudly bottled by Jolly's Manufacturing, is available in 3 delicious flavors: pineapple carrot, orange carrot, and mango carrot. Whether you're a pineapple lover, an orange fan, or you're all about the sweet mango flavor, there's a tropical waiting for you. It's a refreshing option to enjoy with your meal, as a midday pick me up, or simply when you're in the mood for something fruity. And because we want you to be able to get your favorite flavor easily, tropical juices are available at all Jolly's locations. So if you haven't tried it yet, stop by your nearest Jolly's pharmacy, grab a tropical, and tell us, which flavor is your favorite. We've talked about our products of the week, and we've also reminded you about one of our newest products, topical juices. Let's take a quick moment for a Jolly's quick tip. With the weather being warm and many of us spending more time outdoors, staying hydrated is especially important. Water helps your body regulate its temperature, support normal body functions, and replaces fluids that you lose throughout the day. So don't wait until you're extremely thirsty to reach for a drink. Make hydration part of your daily routine. A simple tip is to keep a bottle of water with you, especially when you're heading to work, running errands, exercising, of course, or spending time outdoors. And remember, if you're unsure about how much fluid you should be drinking or have questions about your health and medications, speak with your pharmacist or even your healthcare professional for advice that's right for you. So that was your Jolly quick tip for today. Small changes make a big difference when it comes to taking care of yourself. And just like that, we've come to the end of another edition of Jolly's Markets. We hope you enjoyed today's program and thank you for tuning in. Matt, thank you so much for
Thank you,
having
thank you,
me.
thank you. See you again next week. Time.
Same time.
Let's see if we
Have a
can
blessed
join the nation station again just for an update as it relates to the weather. Let's go back there.
Yes, Marshall, you have any other thing to add?
Well, we are expecting rainfall projections of up to about 4 inches. So that should be significant, especially for areas that are prone to flooding. So pay attention to that. If you're living close to rivers or areas that are prone to flooding, if you're living next to areas that are prone to landslides, you should be on alert and you should take the necessary precautions. So we are looking at an increase in rainfall activity beginning sometime after midnight. So we are just putting out the information to the public, and I hope that they are paying attention and not just paying attention, doing the necessary preparations.
Yeah, yes, go ahead, Fitzroy.
Yeah, and like Carla mentioned, is not to place anybody in a panic mode. We're just providing the information. We see that we have been competing with social media, locally, regionally, internationally, so that we just want to ensure that we, from the National Disaster Management standpoint, give the information as it relates to Dominica. Early on today, Marshall and I was commenting on all the social media posts that have been going on throughout the week. And if you look, they have not been consistent. And like I mentioned, the Met Office, I think from Monday, they have been putting out this information, consistent information. So the objective here this morning is not to create any panic, but it's just to provide the information and ensure that the populace is in a state of readiness.
I'm happy you reiterate that, because that was the first thing that I said. There's nothing to be fearful or panic about. Our aim basically is to give you the information, give it to you readily, and do not hide any information from you. Again, if you are just joining us, we are doing this simulcast. We want to say thank you so very much to the management of Kyrie FM, to Acoustic Radio, to Dominican News Online, to Q95 Radio, and of course also to Voice of Life and to DBS Radio for at the last minutes I was able to get them to agree so we could do this simulcast. It's so very, very important that we have the entire populace with us, no one radio station, and we want to say a big thank you to the entire management and staff of the various media houses who decided to join us at the last, minute in terms of having this simulcast. Again, if you're just joining us, we are just updating you. So, Marshall, again, I want you to go through the information so the general public can get that information. Again, there's nothing to be fearful or panic about. We just want, again, to ensure that you are in a ready mood. And if you have not yet been in a preparatory mood, well, now is the time to up that game, because we are in the hurricane season. Marshall.
Just to say, Canada, I'm expecting, because I'm sorry, as I saw on social media post.
You're sort of breaking up, though. Are you there, Marshall, with us? Oh, we've lost Marshall.
Dominica, this is it for us there. And of course, we heard earlier, we heard from Dr. Fontaine, who gave us an update very early this morning. But thank you. Thank you, Carla John Baldwin and your team up there at the Met Office. We are, of course, listening to, some updates as it relates to the weather systems. Weather systems ahead. One is expected to hit us sometime later tonight into tomorrow. So let's do this. I will come back. Another repeat there from Dr. Fontaine. Come back.
Have you ever experienced the whistling, howling, driving winds of a hurricane? The roaring drumbeat of thunderstorms, the continuous crackling bursts and flashes of lightning, again and again. The nerve-wracking sounds of heavy rains and rattling rooftops. Hurricanes are categorized at 5 levels of strength, and just one of the natural disasters which takes the lives of thousands of people every year. Q95 is taking the lead as your hurricane radio center. Stay tuned, be informed, and learn from those who can help us survive as they look into the eye of the storm. Q95, your hurricane radio center, and you. Together, we'll ride the storms.
Matt, good morning to you and to your listeners. Yes, there is a system that is approaching the islands. As we speak, it is roughly 400 miles east of the Windward Islands, moving in the west our way. The good news, though, is that the system is being impeded by some very serious what we call wind shear, as well as dry air. For the hurricanes and the tropical storms to develop, they need moist air. So when they get dry, it really breaks up the storm. So that's what is happening now. The storm is effectively being broken. However, because it's such a wide system with thunderstorms and rain, some of that will carry through, not with any intensity of wind, but the rain itself and the rain and the thunderstorms will approach the island, and we expect late tonight, very, very late, going into early morning tomorrow and Saturday. There's an expectation of heavy rain in some areas, as well as some thunderstorms. So that is what we are most likely to get. Some rain with thunderstorms. It's very late tonight into most of Saturday. However, there is another system behind this one, another tropical wave that is still over the open Atlantic. It's well over 1,000 miles away now from us, but it is gaining in intensity. It is meeting very warm water without the dry air and the high wind and the shear that generally tend to be closer to the island. So over the open ocean, you don't have the same conditions. So that system is expected to strengthen. It is expected to become a tropical depression, and that will be in our area most likely around Wednesday of next week. Around Wednesday, Tuesday night into Wednesday of next week is when this will be in our area, and it depends on what the conditions are at that time with respect to the current wind shear around the islands and the dry air, if that has moved away or whether it is still in place. That will determine what kind of activity we see next week.
So, in other words, we should not be too worried about this one approaching this weekend, but more we should set our eyes on the approaching storm that will hit us, as you said, predicting something next week.
Yes, correct, Matt. But of course, anytime you have heavy rains, there is the expectation that you could have flash flooding. So it's something that we still have to be conscious of. If you have heavy rains in a short space of time, it could trigger flooding. So people need to be careful of that. Swollen rivers or low bridges that we have in many areas. Those things we still have to take note of. But in terms of the wind, there is not an expectation that there will be any strong wind. Some gusty wind, we can expect some gusty winds, mainly in the high elevation. but nothing approaching tropical storm strength. Thank God for that.
Have you ever experienced the whistling, howling, driving winds of a hurricane? The roaring drumbeat of thunderstorms, the continuous crackling bursts and flashes of lightning, again and again. The nerve-wracking sounds of heavy rains and rattling rooftops. Hurricanes are categorized at 5 levels of strength, and just one of the natural disasters which takes the lives of thousands of people every year. Q95 is taking the lead as your hurricane radio center. Stay tuned, be informed, and learn from those who can help us survive as they look into the eye of the storm. Q95, your hurricane radio center, and you. Together, we'll ride the storms. Ride the storms. Ride the storms. Q95.
All right, Dominic, we're back. This is your Hurricane radio station. We'll keep monitoring and give you updates as they become available. We'll keep our lines open until our next stop with Belfast Limited.
Good morning, Max. For the people that saying that the young man was too young to be in the police force, that's just pure nonsense. We have people right here in the U.S. military at 18 in the military driving tanks and training to fly helos, you know. I myself, I went to the military. I was 19 when I went to the military. I don't think he was too young to be in the police force. So, as a matter of fact, that's the right age, or even a little bit younger, to go into the police force so he can develop himself and mature himself and make a good police officer. He just chose the wrong path, allegedly, you know, but he was not too young to be in the police force. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you.
Morning, sir. Good morning. Matt, Dominicans, you see that song? And a lot of other songs, Dice, Michael Anderson, Honta. I can name a lot of them artists. They have powerful songs with powerful messages. Nash, our great legendary Bob Marley. Music. And what that music is supposed to be. But our artists can produce the best, the top songs with good and positive lyrical content, as long as the persons in charge responsible for the governance of the Commonwealth of Dominica keep failing, society will fail, will disappoint our children and our grandchildren. I'm saying all this to say that the laws, the whole judiciary system, the court system, a total overhaul. The persons charged with the responsibility of administering justice.
As it happens, when it happens, wherever it happens, local, regional, and global, only on Q95, the big station, Q95DA.com. Right on Q.
think we were interrupted there for a minute here. Let's go back to this voice note we were playing just a while ago. Sorry.
In this system, they had to examine the way we perform those duties. And nobody will convince me otherwise. And I won't apologize. A lot of the sentences being handed down in some matters in Dominica are influenced. Okay, the judges and the magistrate, based on their influences, who they know and this type of things, all that affects the judgments that it has done. You want evidence? How many amnesties have we had in the past 4 years for firearms? And just recently, someone was caught with a firearm or ammunition, I think a nurse or something like that. Anyway, it was in the news. And I think $5,000. So according to the minister, I will not call the minister's name because they say I always call him minister name, so key or whatever. I will not call minister's name. But I'm saying all this to say 5,000 a slap on the wrist. So that is where this person's in charge of the governance, the laws, making the laws. They need to change certain laws. And any court system has something about first-time offender and corrected with the police did not waste police time. We're taking all that into consideration. Nonsense. Nonsense. You see, all those things criminals know that I will just get like a $5,000 fine or whatever. Those things must stop. You see, Gaston threatened to fire or deport George. you understand? How can we be doing those things there? We know over matter we are a former politician and a businessman. I think for them are deceased now. They had a matter in the court about some young girl from Point Michelle. What became of that matter? Them are deceased now. So we need to change that whole system, man. We need to get serious about law and crime. Even the police system, Matt. Policing. We need to put things in place. You know, drug testing of police officers and custom officers and fire officers. If annually they do it, so put certain things in place to restrict. You know, there is one word in crime fighting that is very, very significant in preventive measures to deter people, deterrence, to deter people from committing a crime. They know, okay, there's a camera there, boys. Evidence strong around there. We can do nothing around there. You know, we need and spend money, continue spending money to do the right things. I have been lamenting and asking for breathalyzer testing. Police need to breathalyzer test people on the scene of accidents. Put those things in the law. Make it be admissible in law, in evidence. Why are we dragging our feet at those things? Do it. So if it's a minister gets in an accident, when we check, boy, Mr. Blood, plastilin with alcohol in it, book him. If it's in the car on the road, his blood alcohol level past the limit, book him. We are adopting so many things from other cultures and other countries into our culture in Dominica. Why these positive things we're not adopting them and putting them into law? Why?
All right, Dominica, 4493095. I'm hearing, I'm hearing the breathalyzer tests to be introduced or should be introduced in Dominica. I wonder how well that would work in Dominica. A breathalyzer test for police officers in Dominica? Do you think? Do you think? That's all I'm going to say. Do you think that will work in Dominica? A breathalyzer test? I can bet you, if you have to do breathalyzer tests in Dominica, a number of police officers might be the first victims to fall. That's all I'm going to say for now. Breathalyzer test in Dominica. I think it's a great idea. Well, will it be implemented in Dominica, a breathalyzer test? I'm just throwing that out there. We are waiting for our friends from Belfast and we'll move on, okay? Right after, we're going to Creole Hatbit.
Be proud of the Creole 365 movement, as Creole Hatbit features one of Dominica's illustrious musicians, Mike Morrow. Former leader, arranger, lead guitarist, and vocalist of the favorites, Cadell Slipso Band, Bounce Couple, Mike Morrow. Mike Morrow will be a special guest on Creole Hatbit 365 edition this Friday, August 14th, 10:50 a.m. on Q95 FM station. Mike Morrow, hosted by Senator Prince Leroy Roddick Chefs, and will also be live at Q95 Facebook page on YouTube channel. Let's celebrate the brilliance of one of the sons of the city that never slept, Maho, this Friday on Creole Hatbit from 10:30 a.m. on Q95 the big station. Mike Morrow. Mike Morrow. Mike Morrow on Creole 365, our culture, our people, our pride. Every day of the year. I'm at your side.
The Big Station.
Let's continue here in the afternoon. Oh, in the morning, it's 10:09. You're moving too quickly, Matt. Too quickly. Let's move on there to this.
My first Upasani Ocean DTF, 16 years, 15 to 16 years, ni un boyfriend. Ça pas ça fait. Because c'est ou pas bay boire, c'est ou pas bay manger. Matt, les gens qui jouent avec enfants yo a. Mon capon enfant mon sérieux ça. Mon capon enfant mon sérieux. Ma capon joko ça mat. Mon capon la vie mon pour you ça. So là où un homme là t'es d'accord une petite position yo avec à dire respecter les enfants moun là. Nous quand on cross sur ça. Les autres dit moun, hier mon été mon côté tan commission a parlé minister of with
security
rich black mo parlé avec appli oui et pas première fois bagay ka fait police force là ça avec black mo avec scary ka soutire vieux fils play a pas té bon ça play a pas té bon play a ton play vieux qualité ou ça because yo ça qui a passé police force là avec les ou ka de yo ba tout ces moun là high position ou ça. So et pas play yo te ka play ou ça yo te ka celebrate mais c'est ça mon ka faut ça ou même pas ende yo celebrate ça quand te celebration ça because ça pas bon pour un pays because trop jeune moun ja passé avec a beaucoup Dominique il pas une personne qui because a qui fait famille yo pas ni dje bagay because chose yo même mette famille a plus mal passer mal qui te fait. So actuellement, you only pack him with you can rejoice. And then you can do may your soul rest in peace. May your soul rest in peace. Mat, où est-ce que tu bagay ça? Ma pas point. Ma point. Et then nous aller avec ça moukadou là.
All right, Belfast is here.
Stop shop for audio and video streaming, breaking news, sports, and entertainment. Advertise on Q95. Get value for your money. Call 767-448-5822 today. The Big Station.
Be part of the Creole 365 movement, as Creole Heartbeat features one of Dominica's illustrious musicians, Mike Morrow. Former leader, arranger, lead guitarist, and vocalist of the famous Cadell Slipso Band, Bounce Couple, Mike Morrow. Mike Morrow will be a special guest on Creole Heartbeat 365 edition this Friday, August 14th, 10:30 a.m. on Q95 FM, the big station. Mike Morrow. Hosted by Senator Prince Leroy Roddick Shells. And we'll also be live at Q95 Facebook page and YouTube channel. Let's celebrate the brilliance of one of the sons of the city that never slept, my home. This Friday on Creole Heartbeat from 10:30 a.m. on Q95 the big station. Mike Morrow. Mike Morrow. Mike Morrow on Creole 365, our culture, our people, our pride. Every day of the year. I'm at your side.
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums, Belfast Estate Limited. Over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course the Sunblast juices, Topper Snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
When you come in the jam, you should have a baby in your hand. When you come in the band, you should have a baby in your hand. What we drinking? DBB style. DBB nice. DBB style. DBB nice. DBB style. DBB nice. DBB style. DBB nice. BB Spice Rum.
All right, let's say good morning to a friend there from Belfast this morning. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. How about you?
Hanging in there.
All right, great. Good morning to all, and welcome to Belfast in 30. I hope you all had a great week and are looking forward to the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's a special weekend as we now have 2 new members to the Belfast Rum family, right?
Okay.
And they are actually called Belfast Special. So there is the Belfast Special White and the Belfast Special Gold. So there are 3-year aged rums which contains 40% alcohol, which are now being distributed around the island. So be on the lookout for that. Of course, you can check us out at Belfast Estate at our distribution center and get some of that as well. We'll also have a little sample sessions going around today as well, popping up at different bars. So you'll hear a little bit more about that a little later.
Everybody cross. There's no jolly with God.
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums, Belfast Estate Limited. Over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Topper Snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
Bring your cooler. Bring your cooler. If you number one, number one. Make ready in Dominica. Right there. When you come in the jam, you should have a baby in your hand. When you come in the van, you should have a baby in your hand.
Let's continue. Speaking of us, Belfast products in Dominica.
Yes, guys, and also remember the new market as well is the Diamond Reserve ready to drink cocktails distributed by Belfast Estate, of course. So it comes in a 355 milliliter can and contains 8% alcohol. There are 6 flavors available. So there's pink guava, classic mojito, pina colada, classic daiquiri, rum and ginger, and rum punch. My personal favorite is the rum punch. I'm loving it. I know there's a ginger lovers. You'll definitely love the ginger because you'll definitely get the essence of the ginger in there. And the guava, the pink guava, the mojito, the colada, the daiquiri, they are all great drinks. And again, ready to drink. You just put in the fridge, you chill, and you have your cocktail in your hand. So be sure to check out our Diamond Reserve ready to drink cocktails available at stores island-wide.
Anytime we ask you about the club or the television, your body. Sure you don't know something when you carry particularly somebody.
Back to you.
Also, guys, the summer is coming to a close. So don't forget to take advantage of the Kubuli Summer Special 4 for 15. It's still ongoing. And as the summer ends, so will this promotion come to an end. So whilst you can, do take advantage of it. Again, it's available island-wide at all your favorite bars and pop-ups. If you're with your group of friends, you're looking to have a nice drink to chill in this hot weather, grab yourself a 4 for 15 Kubuli, nice and cold.
Baby, my Valentine. You know you can make you a temperature. You're giving me a good time. I swear, you are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest. Love me.
Back to you. There's more.
Okay, guys. So on the event side of things, just to let you know, we're starting off today, Friday. We have the pre-lime at Realm. That's Rise and Wine pre-lime at the Realm, where you could catch Belfast products as well. And of course, Belfast Special sampling. So this Belfast Special I was telling you about, the white and the gold, you can catch a sample of that at Rise and Wine pre-lime later this afternoon. Right after work, we're going straight over to the Realm. Also, we have the Penville Feast going on this weekend. So it's today, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So over the weekend, we're going over to Penville to enjoy their feast. And of course, you know, drive and drink responsibly. You could catch the Kubuli specials and Belfast products at the feast. Be sure to have a taste of Belfast on your way there. And another event we have going on this weekend is No Behavior on Saturday, 15th August at Greenleaf Park in Castle Bruce from 5 p.m. Also, we'll be doing diamond cocktails sampling there as well. So you can check us out there as well if you want to sample that cocktail. And then our brand ambassador, Signal Band, is having their brunch, Roses and Blanco. So it's their birthday anniversary. So they're having Roses and Blanco in Castle Comfort at the Plantation House from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. So be sure to check out these events, guys. And again, drink responsibly. You know, designated driver. As usual, we're doing this nice and clean, fun, and safely. Okay?
Make nobody stress me, that is talking cha-cha-cha. I stick my alcohol.
Don't forget to Big up of course, we're bigging up all the bars, restaurants, and everybody who supports the Belfast product this morning. Big up to you on behalf of the Belfast management. Right here, next here on Q95 Creole Heartbeat. I'll be back with you at the 1 o'clock hour. Talk on the block.
Too many problems. I've been a runaway, but now who can solve them? Too many bad men and not enough friends. Last state, you don't wanna lose my conscience. I just wanna dance and like it's not make nobody. See your kubule, esa nuka we. See your kubule, esa mule we. Hele kubule, nuka chede fo. Sema kubule, pave angi encore. Bakalache, bakalache, bakalache. See your no me kubule. Bakalache, bakalache, bakalache. See your no me kubule. Bakalache, bakalache, bakalache. No me kubule. Bakalache, bakalache, bakalache. No me kubule. Drink responsibly.
I want juice.